Hey everybody, welcome to Pan's Fun Adventures. Today I decided I would try something fun. Last year I decided I was going to try to teach myself how to do liquid pour painting and Dutch pour painting and these fun things that I see on YouTube. Right now I'm trying to get a bunch of different kinds of paintings together so that I can do my fundraiser for my trip and earn the money I need to get my immunizations and my passport so that I can go to Kampala, Uganda. I'm really excited about that. So I've got to earn me some money, right? So I thought I would try to get together a bunch of different paintings, and I've done a bunch, trying all new different techniques. Let me share just a couple of them with you real quick. So I did the one where you did the spatula scraping. I don't know if you can see that or not. And then I just kind of muddled around with the blue and the silver and the lavender and purple. And so that turned out pretty good. And I did it on paper so that I could learn before anything got too expensive, before I start pouring on canvases. So that was a really interesting effort. I really liked the way it turned out. So feel free to try that. It wasn't as hard. Even I could do it, right? So I took my time and I figured out what colors I wanted to work with. So I have a light teal and a dark teal and a pale lavender and a darker purple. And then I had the white, and I just kind of scraped it on and sponged it on, and I did a bunch of stuff to spread it in different things across the page. I had a little bit of silver in there, so that was really fun. I did tape off the edges of the paper, as you can see, to hold it down flat as it dried, and to finish the painting so that it framed and highlights the color modulation across the surface. So that was really fun. Then I tried this one. I don't know if you've seen these paintings on TV, but that was really fun. It's like a color bomb exploded in the universe. So I thought that was a really interesting premise, and so I did try that, and there's my effort. I did it kind of in a more nature-oriented colors with the teal and the orange, yellow, and bronze, and a little bit of the copper in there. So that was a really fun effort. Let's see, what else did I do? I did this. Whoa! My art room is a mess because I don't clean it up. Anyway, okay, so I did this one. I'm not sure which way it's going to go. Maybe that way. That's also the color bomb with the blending on the outside edges, and then like white splattering over the top. And so I thought that was really unique and interesting and fun. Let's see, I did this one, which was like an X. I don't know, the lighting is not that great in here. So I did that one. Same thing, trying to figure out how these color bomb paintings work. And there's specific techniques to it that I had to learn. And so this was one of my first efforts, and I put a lot of glitter and different things, and I painted over it again and again, and I just kept working with it until I got something that I thought was eccentric and artistic. So to each his own, right? Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is another one of those, contemporary. Very contemporary. I don't know which way it should go, but that one turned out interesting. Then I have this abstract, really, really mixed abstract. That's fun. And then I did this pair of very eccentric abstracts, right? You just can't tell which way they go. It's going to be all up to the eye of the beholder, but many, many different colors. All layered on in different thicknesses, and scraping and flecking and all kinds of different things to the surface of that canvas. And I did get these canvases at like Home Goods or Burlington or something, and they were like $1. So I figured, hey, why not practice on these little inexpensive canvases and the paper, the mixed media paper, while I'm learning how to do, because once you use these heavy canvases, they're not only more expensive to frame, but they are more expensive to buy. You get like 10 of them for 20 bucks. That's not the most expensive thing in the world, but that can add up when you're just learning how to do, and you just keep painting over the top, until you get a combination or a pattern that you like. Different textures, different techniques, from sponging to the palette knife to different colors layering over and mixing together. So that was really interesting experience, and I learned a lot. So that was super fun. I did try doing this last year. This was my rainbow dragon. I don't know if you can see. It was a Dutch pour blowout. Here's his nose, and then he kind of whops around. So it's a rainbow dragon, and I thought that was pretty fun and different. And just a really fun, different experience as well. So a learning curve is necessary when you're going through these different kinds of methods that you're using for painting. So right now, I just want to try this Dutch pour. What I did was I mixed my latex wall paint, just from Walmart, the white, with this floetrol, which, if you've never used this before, if you're going to paint a piece of furniture or anything, you always want to mix this in your paint, because it keeps the brush strokes from showing, especially when you're refinishing furniture and other things like that. It smooths the paint out and helps it to flow a little bit better. So big, huge difference that it makes. And then, of course, I used my inexpensive little Artist's Loft tubes of paint, and I mixed it with that floetrol, and I put in a little bit of my glue, right? So did that in my paints, and that supposedly helps you get cells and lacing and things like that when you blow it out. So we're gonna go ahead and try this. Hope it works out. If it doesn't, I'll just scrape it off and I'll try something else over the top. It really doesn't matter. But it's a learning curve, and I understand that. So if you're interested in trying something like this, don't be afraid, and just go ahead and try it. It doesn't matter. Nobody's watching whether you succeed or whether it turns out or not. Every time you do it, you'll learn something more. So I used to be really afraid of wasting the materials and wasting the paint and the canvases and everything like that. And so I didn't do it for years. And I really missed out, right? So now I just throw caution to the wind, and I go ahead and try it without any strings or emotional attachment of whether or not it works out. So anyway, let's go ahead and try this, right? Okay. All right, so I got my white here. I hope, because I'm terrible at doing recipes, that's kind of what it looks like. It does not peak over the top. It flows pretty reasonably, so I'm hoping that it's a decent consistency, but your paint consistency is really important. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to put my gloves on, because getting that paint out from underneath my fingernails is not really very fun. It takes a lot. So let me get these gloves on really fast. That way I can mess with the painting as I go along, pick it up and tilt it and whatever else I might want to do. So being prepared for all contingencies and hoping for the best, right? Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. All right, so I'm going to put my paint over the surface of the canvas. You don't want to put too much. You just need to have enough where the paint covers over the surface, and when you do your pouring, that I learned from the liquid pour, your paint needs to be able to flow over the surface of the canvas without being obstructed. So we're going to do that, and I got some little things going on here, so let me fix that. Just a little more paint I think it needs down in here. Yeah, that floetrol, sorry, I keep wanting to call it floetrol. The floetrol makes things just turn out smoother. The paint flows a little more evenly. I know a lot of painters have said it's not really a necessary product, but to me it seems like that it just makes it flow a little bit nicer. So I'm gonna just touch that over the edges here. Okay, hopefully that's enough to keep things going. I don't know, we'll have to see. It's all a game, isn't it, to try and learn where you're at. I remember when I first started painting, there were so many questions that I had, and of course if I had had a tutor it would have been nice, but I didn't, so there we go. Okay, so what colors to use? I love this turquoisey color, so that's really pretty. Let's try that. Like it. Okay, that's one shade, and then this is a darker shade. We're going to try that. Let's put some green. If you like one of my favorite impressionist artists, he uses a lot of that fun lime green in it. Van Gogh used a lot of that shade in his paintings, so put a little bit of that. Let's try some of this gold. Oh, that's kind of plugged up in there, so let me see what we've got here. See, my paints are getting a little bit old, so I got to get them used. You can't leave them in these jars forever. Ooh, that's a lot. Well, maybe we'll have some really good gold. All right, let's see. Do we want some of this red? Red sounds fun. Let's try some of this red. Ooh, that's just sinking right into the paint. I don't know if that's going to work or not. That just sinks right in. And then let's throw a little bit of this orange on here. Is this the orange? Oh yeah. I don't like that. Let's see if this is going to run or not. Once they get a little old, they're really difficult to, you got to clean them out and throw them all away. So I wanted to hurry and use them while I had a chance. Okay, so now I get my little trusty thing out here. Get the air bubbles out. Warm the paint up a little bit. Right, you want to warm it up just a smidgy bit. Make sure you're really careful when you're using one of these blow torches to turn it all the way off and blow that out. Make sure there's nothing sitting in the cap there. Okay, so now let me put a little bit of this white around the border here. Oh, see, my paint has issues. It's getting old. Just a little bit of that and a little bit of that to flow that paint over that paint. Okay, now fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed. We're going to go over the top. All right, let's see how we do. This way. Wow, I don't know, that's pretty muddy. I don't like that. Okay, so there's some things I like and some things I don't here. So I'm going to stretch this out. Going to let some of this flow off of here. Dump that stuff off of there and stretch some of this out. Okay. Let's see, what do I not like here? Let's see if I can blow some of this out by hand. Okay. Delicate down in here. We got some little flames going on there. Yeah, got some little fingers flowing out here, maybe. That's interesting, right? A little. The colors are settling in a little bit here now. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe I'll stretch this out just a little bit. Get that top stretched out. Let some of that flow just a little bit. See which way we go here. Get that. I think I'd like to get rid of all that. And then stretch this back out again. See where we go. Okay. See how that works. Well, not bad. I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever done. It's interesting and different. It's got some really neat looking little cells going on here. And I'm not sure if I really love this. I think I'll, oh my goodness, I think I got white paint on my face. Let's see if this one will pour out here. And then I'll just, oh, that one is such a pain. That's got a clog in it somewhere, I think. I don't like it. All right, let's try to get that one going a little bit. That's better. Don't touch this down here. Let's see. Did I touch that? Oh, I touched it. Darn me. Okay, well, we're going to fix that up here a little bit because Miss Pamela touched it with her sleeve. That's a lesson learned. Okay, let's see. That's fun. Okay, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Okay. A little bit of that. That teal is rising, the gold is rising, and the red is rising as the time goes by here. Can I get anything going on with that? A little bit of gold up in that corner. Blow off that way a little bit. That's interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Could be interesting, could be not. I think the next thing that I'm going to do is put a little bit of my glitter, because you know I'm the glitter queen. So let's try that. Where's my little packet of glitter? Ah, here it is. I like to put a little bit of shine and sparkle on things, so I got this, I don't know, it's kind of like a bronze glitter. Very, very fine. I know some people are like, no, why are you doing that? Because I'm the glitter queen and I like things that shine and sparkle. The interesting thing is the glitter will float over the surface of the paint. It doesn't really show up. It's like the finest dusting, and it just gives it a little bit of shine for me, and that's the part that I enjoy. So, yay! Not bad. It's not the best, obviously. It needs some kind of work. I think I'll just try to continue to see what I can do here. I don't know, that might have made it worse. We'll see if maybe it fills back in. Oh, it looks like it's going to fill right back in here. We'll see if we can get that going. Okay, now let's use this over the surface one more time and see if we can heat it up and get more cells out of here. That blue makes pretty good little cells, doesn't it? So that's pretty interesting. I like how the colors rose to the surface and all of that marbling. That's pretty cool. I thought that's pretty fun. So all in all, not bad for my trial effort here. I don't know what you think. All right, so kind of scary, and I really learned a lot. I learned that the paint consistency is everything. So you do have to follow their recipes more precisely, which I'm not used to doing. So next time I mix paints, I will be more precise in my measurements. So that's a good lesson. Some colors sink, some colors raise after a few minutes. Not too much paint on the canvas. It's okay to scrape parts off or to blow parts off if you don't like it. Let it sit for just a second or two, you know, maybe 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and see what happens to the paint across the surface of the canvas. And if you don't like it, don't be afraid to just scrape or blow whole sections off. Tilt it, stretch things out. These cells over here and this marbling I stretched out, and so I really like the way that turned out after it got warmed up a little bit. I think it's kind of fun and different. Don't be afraid to try different and new techniques. And if you don't like it, just scrape it off, let it dry, and you can gesso over it or not. And then try it again, right? It's all a matter of your personal perspective and taking the lessons that you learn to heart and learning as you go. So anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, if you did like my crazy little effort here, I'm sure it's not professional, but if you enjoy watching me try all these funky new things, give me a thumbs up, or like, whatever you want, so that other people on our timelines can see the videos and maybe be encouraged to try something for themselves and not be afraid to fail, right? And then share it with your friends and family. That way more people get to see it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for being here. I really do. I just love all the support and the fun friends that I've made on Pam's Fun Adventures. Please feel free to give me comments or to send me PM messages and let me know what you think and give me suggestions. So that's all I have for you today. Have a great evening and the rest of your week. I hope it is lovely. Happy birthday to my friend Bobby. She had a birthday and another year has gone by that I haven't got to share her birthday with her. So I give a big shout out to my friend Bobby Henderson. Happy birthday. And anyway, that's all. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time. Bye. Oh, should I try to get you closer here? We'll see. Let's see if this works. I always do this, don't I? I say I'm going to go and then I don't. So let's see if you can. My lighting in here is not very good. Does that help at all? Can you see any of the shine coming off of there or any of those fun little marbling things that I got going on here? The little flames that kind of look out, all those fun little cells. Anyway, as it dries, I hope it turns out. Thanks, everybody. See you. Bye.